I was in the ball pit and I had to really go to the bathroom I couldn't get out and I shit myself in the ball pit.
Jared, you would have ruined that for everyone because then they had to bring in cleaners.
No one knew. I managed to get myself.
You just left your shit.
No.
Right. Can you see my coochie?
Bro. Oh my God. You did not just flash your hole.
It's not my actual coochie, it's my inner thigh.
That's still sus.
Wait. I think those are mine.
Oh, these yours? Yours has a hole in the coochie?
Yeah, remember we were supposed to throw those out. We were trying to figure out which ones they were.
Oh my God.
We're off to a great start, guys.
Hey, Indy, I have a question. Are those the same pants that you peed in earlier? No?
No, she changed them.
Oh, you had to change your pants because you pissed yourself?
I didn't really. It was just a little bit.
I scared her.
You scared me.
I scared her.
You scared me. What do you want me to do?
Probably not pee your pants.
Like I can control that.
I feel like you can.
Considering you had just gone to the bathroom.
Yeah, you had literally just gone to the bathroom.
It must have just been like the last two little drips that didn't come out.
You didn't. You didn't do the 1-2 shake. It was, guys, come on. I know how the female body works. It was just a joke. Anyway.
What's up, B-Words? Welcome back to Dropouts. Today we have a co-host that is not the swag daddy, Zach Justice. Thank God.
Yeah, so today I'm taking care of you, swag daddies.
Zach is currently away on a family trip. How disrespectful. It's not
That's
like
how rude.
How rude. It's like I've
rude.
never missed a podcast.
Oh, never.
Never. It's not like I've been away for like a month and a half.
You never showed up late to one.
That was exactly
one time.
No, it was not one time that you've showed up.
You didn't leave in the middle of one and then come back at the end.
Oh, that's happened too.
When did we do that?
When I was getting my hair done, he had to pick me up.
Yeah, we were with Markel. Remember?
Yeah.
I do remember that.
I do remember that. I'm gonna roll the intro. Is that okay?
Roll
for
the
you?
intro music.
It's okay.
Jared music. Roll the music. Got a lot to talk about today.
I do have to say, it does stroke my ego a little bit anytime we have a guest, because like we had Sean on, and anytime they hear it, they're like, "Oh, I like this. Did you make that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I made that."
Got a lot to talk about today. A lot has happened in just a couple of days since we've
I
shot.
don't like this chair. This side is weird.
Why is that weird?
I've only ever sit on that side.
Yeah,
I've never sat here.
This is my side of the throne.
Of the throne?
The throne?
This is my throne. Got a lot to talk about. Went to Disneyland, went to Miami, we got some tea to talk about, some current events. Yeah, it's going to be a good podcast. I'm looking forward to doing this without Zach.
What? I'm not. Why are you with
I'm
the
thrilled.
tea?
I'm absolutely thrilled.
Why is that?
I don't know. Honestly, I was just saying
because no one's going to make out-of-pocket jokes.
Yeah, it's country, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel weird feeling Zach's
So
like, I feel like I have to make a joke every 2 minutes.
Yeah, you have to
can't.
channel Zach's
We're
energy
just going to have to keep this. We're just going to have
No
to keep
one
this rolling.
can channel Zach's energy. There's no way I can just
he
sit
has
here
no
and crack
energy.
jokes.
That's also true.
Yeah, he says them with a straight face, like it's no energy. I listen to just
That and it's the
says it.
fatigue.
The fatigue. He does need to get that checked
he
out.
does. Yeah.
But
And his vertigo.
we all need to see different therapists. We need to see
Doctors.
nutritionists.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we should
the
all
fucked
do.
up four.
Yeah.
Hey.
yay.
Okay, let's start with the first thing.
Let's start with the first thing.
Disney.
Oh, I was gonna say, where were you guys this weekend?
Well, that's not the first
That's
thing.
not the
Okay.
first thing.
We'll
All right,
go
not the
in
first
chronological order.
All right, we're going chronological.
Disneyland.
Disney.
So, as you guys have heard on the podcast before, Zach and Jared have been begging. Me, like individually, but also together, begging us to take them to Disneyland.
Because I had never been.
He'd never been. Zach hadn't been since he was like 9 years old.
And he got lost the
He
last
got
time
lost.
that he
His
was
uncle
there.
Ryan lost him. Poor
Zach.
kid. Anyway, so
Fitting.
they've been begging us since I think we started to become friends, Jared.
Like really good friends.
I know
you
I've heard it since I became close with all of you guys.
Yeah.
I've heard it.
Since
So,
I become
yeah.
close. So about a year, honestly, is when I've started to hear these, take me to Disney, take me to Disney, take me to Disney.
Yeah, that sounds
And then
right.
they throw in you know what, Jared, we're just going to go
on
without
our
the
own.
girls. We're just going to
gonna
go on our own.
without
We don't
the
need them to go.
We don't even, okay. So basically, COVID hit. Tickets got really expensive. You couldn't really book in advance. We were all super busy. One day, about a month before I left for Chicago,
Indy looked at me and goes, we should take the boys to Disney.
we should
We're
take the boys to Disney.
All right. So
All
we
right.
got on my computer.
got on our computer. We started looking at dates. The earliest we could get was July 6th. And this is back in...
No, remember? We had the different date. We had a date
we
before
did,
you left for
26.
Chicago. We were going to go before she left for Chicago.
But you left.
But you left.
It was my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to move it to
So
July.
we had to move it. So we could after we called you, we were asking when they were like free, like what, because we knew they were all leaving. We didn't know the dates.
We had to, for the next 2 months, just make sure that they were both free on July 6th. And then, of course, on July 6th, like, starts to roll around. Zach's like, I've got 3 business calls, a dinner, a meeting, and I'm like, bro. So I had to literally text his brother and be like, cancel his meetings.
Yeah, and then
You have to
Jared's
cancel
over
his
here.
meetings.
We're not busy the 6th. We've been busy this whole time, and we don't have anything on the 6th. What do we want to do? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, let's let's go somewhere. Let's do something.
Yeah, I was like, why don't we just take like a mini road trip? Like,
Yeah,
go
everyone kept,
somewhere. Like,
you
go
guys
drive
kept wanting
somewhere.
to go
I'm like,
somewhere for July 4th. And I was like,
we can't
go
do
anywhere.
anything.
So we had to.
We're so mad. This was so difficult.
It was. And it was very difficult for us to keep a secret. We're not great at
Period.
it.
Yeah, especially when it
So
comes to the boys.
We
It's
literally
very
kept a
difficult.
secret for 2 months. I paid for everyone to go to Disney because I was like, let me spend my money on something not useless this time. Let's spend my money on something useful and create a memory. So bought these tickets 2 months ago. July 6th is finally rolling around. Day comes. We've set up this whole fake plan that we've got a photo shoot to go to, which makes sense because we do them all the time. And this photographer was going to give Dropouts some free photos and whatever.
Yeah, because we had been talking, like we'd been planning that, like we need like
Photos.
like photos and press
For a while.
photos and stuff. And so when Indy brought it up, she's like, "Yeah, I got this photographer. He said like he could do Dropouts photos for free. It's like blah blah blah. Be ready at 7 a.m." And I was like, hell. But I didn't think twice about it.
Yeah,
I was just like, all right, photos. All right.
Well, yeah, because that was the thing. Because so I was gone. So we haven't actually all been us four together for a while because we've all been out doing.
I've been in
stuff.
Chicago. She's been driving across country. You've been in Ohio
forth
or
home.
where were you?
I was in Colorado.
Oh, Colorado, Ohio, whatever. Zach's been here, there, everywhere.
Yeah,
We've all
so-
been places.
So it was very difficult, and that's what made the dates extremely difficult as well. Like to find a specific one that we could do, and then having it be 2 months
in advance, and then us having to keep a
killed
secret.
us.
We're the worst at keeping secrets. So
yeah. So
finally,
that entire day, like the entire
Night
on
before?
July 5th, we were like, what do we say? Like, we need a plan. And then he's like, okay, well, I told them this yesterday because they were on my back and I needed to say something. So I told him we had a photo shoot. I'm like, okay, so let's get the details down. And I have to know just in case someone comes and asks me, I need to know. We need to be on the same page. So we came up with this whole plan. We came up with like answers to questions if like you guys would ask us anything.
and like how to get them in the correct attire for Disneyland.
Yeah,
meaning,
because we're like, okay, well, we can't even be dressed up because we're going to be at Disney. It's going to be super hot. They have to be in like
light
warmer-
summery clothing.
Yeah,
like
it was so difficult, but we came up with a whole plan for it. Told them, and then that we were high-fiving the entire day. Like, we did it. We're so close.
Now, here's the thing. I didn't share this with you guys, but you guys must have somewhere gotten your story just a teeny tiny little bit mixed up with what the photo shoot was for, because you know, Indy told me, she's like, oh, is like originally it was just going to be my photo shoot. And then I asked if they could do Dropouts. And then the photographer was like, oh, you can bring Riley too. Right. And then I was talking to Zach because he asked me, he was like, what is this photo shoot for? And I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I just explained that whole thing. He's like, that is not what I heard at all.
What
Like,
is-
it was something like he was told that it was like you guys doing duos and then Zach and I were just tagging along.
Well,
bullshit.
yeah, but
That's not what I told him at all. That was his way of trying to get more information out of you or out of anyone to see if that because he's a sneaky
Well,
little person.
well, yeah, 'cause
he
then-
loves
well,
to try
no.
and ruin surprises.
Well, yeah, but not even that, because then it made Jared confused. So then when we were all over at ours, then Jared was like, wait, you're going tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, but the photographer like wants some pictures. Like he had some ideas for like Indy and I, so we asked if I could come with if I was free. So I just said I'd go. I don't know if we're gonna get to that though, because you guys it's for the Dropouts. And then he was like, oh, that makes so much more sense now. I was so confused, and I was like, I was like,
No, I was confused.
Yeah,
no,
no.
Zach put a confusing
Yeah.
narrative in your
yeah.
head. Because he loves to try and figure out.
Sneaky little boy.
Little boy, he loves to try and figure out
Surprises.
And
He
mind
does.
you, he did figure it out.
Yeah, he did figure it out, but he didn't ruin it for Jared, which was
He
good.
didn't, which is
at
good.
least someone was surprised. I mean, he was still surprised because I mean, at least it was like clarified,
Anyway.
you know. But
So we got up at 5:45 in the morning to get ready and whatever, and we went downstairs. We were downstairs at 6 a.m. or we're downstairs, sorry, at 7. Got in the car and we like did the whole thing. We made them sit in the back seat and be like, "Hey guys," and we were like filming. They're used to us filming, so
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
take them
because you
off
were
at all.
like, oh, this is for
A real thingy that
reel
you've
or
gotta do.
something.
So we got them in the back seat and we're like, "Hey guys, so guys, Zach and Jared here, and we're on our way to Disneyland." And they were like, "Hey, what?"
Oh
Wait,
my
really?
God. I cannot express to you
Jerry
what
cried.
I felt in that moment, because this whole time I was like, it's a photo shoot. And then you said Disney, and like, it's legitimately the same excitement as like all those little kids that like the parents tell them they're going to the dentist or whatever. And then they're like, no, we're going to Disney. It was like, it literally brought out like the 8-year-old in me that was just like,
well, that's why we wanted to do it like that in the car.
Yeah.
Like had like turn around. Like, cause Zach gets car sickness, so like he like motion sickness, so he always has to sit in the front. And I was like, gotta be in the front because we gotta do this. So I was like, we're gonna go to Starbucks really quick. I need coffee. I'm gonna be in a bad mood. Okay, I'm a big coffee drinker, so I'm like, I need coffee. I'm gonna be in a bad mood, and then we can switch. But I need to be in the front right now because I'm mad. And so then we get in the front, and then we did that. I was like, we can switch now. Like that's all I needed. I just needed to do that.
So we went to Disney.
I did indeed cry. Riley was right. I started tearing up because I was like, this is so amazing.
Jared went and saw the new Avengers Land, saw Spider-Man.
Oh my God.
Nope, we're
Okay.
not going into it. No.
Why? But
Because
no.
you saw it. That's it.
But
moving on.
I saw Spider-Man, and he was like, he was flipping and web swinging and crawling up walls and stuff. And
He had a harness on attached to a wall with a rope.
stop.
You could easily see it.
Stop. Don't ruin the
Wasn't even
magic.
invisible.
My
Not
8-year-old brain was like, it was like photoshopping the wires out.
Dude, real quick, do you know how we thought we all walked like 28,000 miles?
So yeah, we walked 28,000 miles.
We each walked like 28,000
yeah,
steps.
we walked
Yeah.
28
Or whatever,
miles.
26, 28, whatever. Gina walked 26,000 steps today alone in San Diego.
What?
How is this? I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that woman is...
That's like
She's in great
28,000
shape.
was like almost, it was just over 13 miles like that we walked. Like we walked a half mile. And she did that just today. Where are they walking in San Diego?
Up and down the bay or the pier or whatever you call it.
Jesus.
Jeez. Yeah.
That's excessive. Can we
Yeah.
not do that when we're in San Diego?
That
No.
doesn't make me feel like I walked very much.
I'm gonna
I was
go.
very proud. I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, the first night we're there, Jared.
Mm.
You, me, hot tub. That's so weird.
I'm uncomfy now.
Jindy.
No.
Well, maybe.
Is Hannah uncomfortable with those jokes? I hope not.
No, she's fine.
What
Hannah,
was I
we
gonna
love
say?
you.
We went to whatever. Went to Disneyland. Went to California Adventure. Disneyland. Did all the Disney thing. Ate food that was ridiculously priced. And then by the end of it, we stayed for the end.
Got to watch
We got there at like
fireworks.
8 a.m. and we actually entered the gates at 9. And then we left at 10. So we were there like all day.
It was
Until closing.
beautiful. Oh my
It was a
God.
good
And the
Fireworks show was beautiful.
at the end.
Insane. So pretty. It was so. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting just regular
Me
fireworks.
too, because normally it was. It's gotten
Yeah,
better since
yeah.
since COVID hit.
They had
I
a
feel like they
whole-
have to, you know,
Yeah.
like they gotta like really hammer it back.
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
know?
They also hammered in those prices. I got a half
Yeah.
panini and a chicken sandwich, and it cost me $44.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They had okay, like the fireworks had like it's on Main Street. Yeah, it's on Main Street, and then all the buildings on the side are like shows. Like it has like little like animations. Like they have like projectors like projecting onto the buildings, and then the fireworks, and there's lights and
And there was
everything.
fake
and like
snow and-
the music was also like themed for like different movies. Like they
Yeah.
had like Coco and
Frozen.
Aladdin and Frozen and stuff.
But like there was fake snow it was great. Good
was
time
so
all
cool.
around.
Remember when we went on what's the water ride that we went on? The
I
Splash
was
Mountain.
so
Splash
Oh
Mountain.
my
you gotta get
goodness.
Zach has videos of that. I was
Oh
so mad. Before we got on, we set up an order.
No. None of us wanted to go on it, but her.
Because
she
it was
was the
10 a.m.
only. She was the only one who wanted to go on.
No, I suggested. I was like, "Hey guys, why don't we go to Splash Mountain right here? The ride and
And
it's
we're
short."
like, it's a water
And I was
ride.
like,
I-
"Come on, no,
I know
shut
for
up,
a
shut up.
fact
We
I
can all-
adamantly did
we
not
can
want to go on
all-
that ride.
We can all wait our turns.
Oh,
Understood?
now we're gonna wait our turns?
Now we're waiting turns.
We can each wait our turn and then take our turn of the story. Okay. We walked past it, and mind you, it's very hot already. It's very hot. So it's not like it was 10 a.m. and fucking freezing. Okay? You whiny bitches.
But it's not like we were dying.
No! Wait your turn.
We weren't dying.
Wait,
either.
We were walking by it. Zach was dying. That's why I suggested it. Walks by it, and I was
So
like,
that could be fault.
I just spat everywhere.
That's disgusting.
I self-retain when I get excited. Whatever. We're walking by it. It was a short wait, and I was like, "Yeah, short wait." Oh, and everyone, you were the only one that agreed to it, and you guys were like, "Yeah, I guess so. Like, let's go on." And I was like,
I was
"Great."
like, Yeah, sure.
You're like, yeah, I guess so.
That was my
Nobody
response.
but you said, no, I don't want to go on this. Also, I forgot it was summer and I forgot they amped up the water.
Yeah,
They amp up the water
for
during summer.
All amusement parks, when it gets really hot, when it's summertime, they raise the water level so you get splashed more.
Yeah.
For
Which
those
makes
of
sense.
you who don't know.
That's smart. It honestly
It
is
is.
fun. Except when you're in like denim shorts and get put in the fucking front of the boat.
Okay, well, so that was the thing.
Are
You
the worst
slut.
thing.
So the
no,
whole
I got
time-
soaked too when I was in the back.
So
I got drenched too.
Those two people in the back had it nice.
The
Oh,
whole
yeah.
time we were like, when we were in line, we're like, it's fine. Okay, we're here. We're just going to go on it, but we're just going to get the back. You don't get as wet back there, right? And then
Everyone was
Because we're
then,
thinking we're
then
gonna
we
get
get
our
to the
own
front of the
boat.
line. And then, yeah, because we're thinking we're going to get our own boat. And then the guy, like, at the front of the line
sticks to a
assigns
boat.
us
1, 2, 3,
3,
and
4. And we're like, oh, fuck.
Shit.
I had
And
already
then-
called C3.
There's these nice little lovely couple at 5 and 6 in the back of our boat. Like, it's a skinny little single row boat, and I get placed in the fucking front because you guys are all little
Because
B
this
words.
is what
We're like, you
listen,
suggested it, you get front.
I was the one, okay, like you just said, I was the one that did not want to go on that ride. You were trying to put me in the front. I said, I am not sitting in the seat that gets the most wet when I said I did not want to go on this ride.
I was
And
already
then-
annoyed because I
hey.
hadn't taken my cute pics yet.
I had already called C3 and I got C3. The entire time I'm like, I'm not sitting anywhere but C3.
And then
And I sat in C3.
And
And I still
then-
got
Zach
soaked.
was meant to go in front, and then the little sneaky little B word snuck his ass into the
Lifted
second
you.
seat, and I was like,
No, he didn't even do that. As you went in, he like picked you up, moved you, and then got
it's
in.
not fair. The man's 6'3" and is strong and athletic. He can just pick and replace. He can just relocate me wherever he effing wants, and that's not fair.
Dude, and it was so funny because we were like, I was standing at the front. I said, I swear to God, I will walk straight across and not get on this ride, right? And then you were like, let's just see, like, when the person comes back and gets off the boat, like how wet they are, and then we'll determine
yeah,
from there.
yeah.
And then the guy pulls up
He goes-
and it stops and he looks at me. He goes, dude, I'm fucking soaked. And I was
And I
like,
went,
I'm not getting on this
awesome.
ride.
Oh, that was so funny.
And then, so I was
We're
placed-
like, really, dude?
I was like, really? I was placed in the front, PO'd, and all four of us were screaming at each other on this ride. in
Anytime
anger.
we would get like a drop
And we'd
on
be
us.
like, oh,
It's
dude,
already
we were,
started. It's already
we were
started. I'm
screw-
already getting wet.
we were screaming at each other, and then these two lovely little couple behind us, they're just like,
Yeah, they're just
Yeah,
sitting
they're
there,
just sitting
and
there.
like I'm sitting like right in front of right in front of the girl, and I turn around. I apologize to them. I'm like, I am so sorry for.
We all
us.
did. We all
We're
turned
so-"
around. We're like,
We are very
we are
obnoxious.
very
And
sorry,
they're like,
but we
"No,
are going
this
to be
is-
very obnoxious.
we honestly think we made their ride.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
like, they literally were like, no, this is quite entertaining. Like, I could hear them laughing at us the entire time because they hardly got wet.
Yeah,
I don't
they
even
did
know
not
if they
know.
got a
They got
drop
wet.
on them.
Dude,
You can't
I-
even see me in the picture that the ride took because I ducked.
The
I went
last drop,
down.
the last drop didn't get me too wet, but the first drop just
Piled.
water onto
Piled.
me, and I literally got up in the middle of the ride. I stood up, and you're not meant to do that. I literally
I
went-
did too.
I really went, look how drenched I am!
Wet denim shorts?
And I was just drenched in a white t-shirt with no bra, might I add. So for the rest of the ride, I was just like,
White, not
I don't
white.
want to flash anyone at Disney.
Wet denim shorts, not the move. They stayed wet for hours.
For hours.
They didn't dry
No, it
for
was very
hours. It
uncomfy.
was so uncomfortable. It was
I was
so
getting ready
bad.
to just walk around booty cheeks out at Disneyland.
Because normally, I guess I haven't gone in the summer in a while, but like normally it's like in C3, you don't get wet at all.
Or even so,
You don't get wet. And so like, and then on that first like little curve, droppy thingy, the first one that it did, it pulled in the thing and I was like, I'm so done.
Dude, I was drenched.
My
but
shoes
normally
were
I wear.
flooded.
Normally we wear leggings to Disney because we never.
Yeah.
Like, we wear leggings because it's like never this hot and hashtag global warming.
Summer.
It's never this hot when we go to Disney, and so we wear leggings. And then if you get a little wet, they like dry off immediately. But regardless, that was super fun.
Then we went to
was a fun
Star Wars
experience.
Land.
Oh, we did go to
we
Star Wars
did.
Land.
Oh my
Jared was
God.
debating spending $220 on a lightsaber.
Do you know how sick those lightsabers are?
Dude, yeah, they're sick, but
It's fucking sick.
You're not buying a lightsaber.
it's literally
Why?
'Cause you're an
here's-
adult.
Okay, here's my thing.
So?
Here's my
That's
thing.
not the adult way to spend money.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Is it sick? Absolutely. It's dope as shit. You get to build it yourself. You know, it's a whole thing. They did a great job coming up with that idea. 2, what it's just gonna sit in your room.
It's gonna sit in my studio and be a fucking vibe. That's what it's gonna be.
It's just gonna sit there. It's never
Do you
gonna
have
be
to
it's not-
recharge it, or is it battery operated?
Probably battery,
Battery.
I'd assume.
Think
But
battery.
listen, if we go in a month from now, I'm buying the fucking lightsaber.
my
The only
God.
reason I didn't is because we're
going
going
to
to
San
San
Diego.
Diego, and the hotels
Hotels were insane.
fucking expensive.
It was like $1,500
Yeah.
for a couple nights.
And so I decided, you're right. I decided to be an adult and not buy the lightsaber so I could spend it on a trip. Okay. But
Speaking of trips, we're going on one in August. How are you feeling about it?
y'all are going on a
No,
trip.
you're
in
going on that
August.
trip too.
I don't have
We're
money
going-
for a
I'm paying for
cruise.
your ticket. Moving on.
Why are you paying for my ticket?
Because you're my best friend, Jared. You think I'm going to celebrate my birthday without my best friend?
I'll FaceTime you on the boat.
You're going to FaceTime other people on the boat with me there.
With me there.
You're going on the boat. Whatever. We're going on a cruise. We're pretty excited about
And
it.
he wants to do a cruise for our birthday.
I wanted to do something that was like intimate. I thought about, honestly, okay. I thought about throwing a party because I didn't really get to throw one last year. I had a dinner with some friends. Also, was not in the party headspace last year at all. And then this year I was like, yeah, I'm gonna throw a rager. COVID's over. I'm vaccinated. Like, yeah, let's go. And then I was like, you know what? Why? Like, why would I waste my time having, like, I only am really close with like 6 people in LA. Why am I going to waste my time partying with a bunch of random people at the same empty mansion? Like, why am I going to do that? That makes no sense to me. So I was like, you know what? I think this year I'm going to spend my money or spend my time on an experience, like with my closest friends going on a cruise around Mexico. That sounds like so much fun. And so I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to take my friends on a cruise. And yeah, it's going to be Zach, Jared, Riley, me, and then Kayla, which is
Zach's
best friend's sister,
friend's
but I
sister.
really like her. She's like one of my good friends.
She's awesome.
Now. Skylar, which is Zach's best friend, may or may not come.
Wow. He didn't
He was
come
meant
to
to come to San
Diego.
Diego, and he's meant to come. He's been meaning to come to San Diego since he was in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
But whatever. And then John's probably gonna come. John may come if he can get off work.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I know, very exciting. Good group of people. They're the people I like to spend my time with. You haven't met half the people that are coming,
So that's exciting.
but you'll love
I
them.
feel like I have.
You haven't met. You haven't met.
I know I
Skylar.
haven't met Skylar,
You,
but I feel like I met Kayla and John. Remember, you guys all came over. Jared wasn't in town.
No, with John and Scotty that one time they go out.
Yes.
Yes, she was there, and so was John and
did.
Scotty.
Okay.
Oh, so you've met.
I
You've
did.
Met, yeah.
I was
I
not
was
thinking of
right.
that time.
I
so
was
you've
right.
met John,
So-
you've met Scotty, you met
I know.
Kayla.
I know. I hadn't met Skylar. I don't think I've met Skylar, but I thought
No.
for sure I was like, I swear I've met Kayla and John before.
Have you
Anyway.
guys ever been on a cruise before?
No.
I went when I was 12.
Have you?
Or 13. I
I
went when I was.
have, I have a funny story.
feel left
I have a funny story too. I was like 12 or 13. I mean, I guess not funny. It's just
Hey, what if I get
time.
anything?
You, I guess you don't even feel the boat moving.
Well, it depends.
What do you mean?
It's your
Sometimes you
ears.
can feel the boat.
It's your
I've
ears that
I
get you
literally have
seasick.
never felt. Well, I feel like it's the swaying. that way.
Motion sickness
Well,
and all that comes from your ears and your
the
feet.
the swaying causes the cochlear fluid.
But yeah,
in your
regardless,
ears to,
just whatever.
yeah.
I literally the boat had taken off 2 hours before I even realized that we had been moving. I went, when did we start moving? When she goes, like 2 hours ago. I went,
How is that gonna do on that? Can you do that?
Yeah,
It'll
he's
be
motion
fine.
Yeah.
sick.
It'll-
you literally
you really
don't feel it.
The only time I ever really felt it was when I was sleeping and like
Yeah.
the room was pitch black, and so it was almost like sensory deprivation. So
Oh,
that was
okay.
the only thing I could focus
Yeah,
on.
but otherwise you really can't feel the boat at all.
But
I never
I went when I was 8, and so they had like a kids,
You were 8 years old?
yeah
Kids club.
They had it like a kids club. It was on Princess Cruises, and it was like my whole family went. And so like while they were doing all the adult things, I went to this kids club, and it was sick, dude. They had
the
like
kids clubs,
they had like
they're
like you
fun.
know like the McDonald's play places.
Yeah.
Just imagine that, but like twice the size. They had slides. They had like video games like a PS2 and Xbox and stuff like that, and they had a ball pit. And
Oh, great.
I was in the ball pit, and I had to really go to the bathroom, and I
God.
couldn't get out. and I shit myself in the ball pit.
Jared, you would have ruined that for
did you
everyone
really?
because then they had to bring in cleaners.
No one knew. I managed to get myself.
You just left your shit.
No. It was
was in
all.
his
It was all in my underwear.
Wow.
Like you
Right?
just shit
Why
in
couldn't you
there and
get
didn't tell
out?
anyone?
Because the ball pit was fucking huge, and I was like trying to like swim through. Like I had just gone down. Like I had just gone down the slide.
When you first had to go, why did you?
Because
hold
I've
it?
had a problem with pooping in public since I was a child, clearly, okay? And so I can't poop in public. I went through 6 years at the same high school, and I never pooped once.
6 years at
6
one high
years
school.
at a high
Well,
school.
it was 7 through 12.
That's weird.
But no, I shit myself in the vomit. I managed to get out, and I was borderline crying because I was so traumatized. I went to the bathroom, and I just threw my underwear away, and I went commando for the rest of the day.
As an
You didn't
8-year-old?
tell anyone.
I didn't tell.
You didn't tell your
soul.
moms.
I think I might have told them after we were done with the cruise, but I like.
Hey, by the way, she might be into the ball pit.
That's hilarious.
But so now I'm like traumatized.
I
for
can't believe you
life
didn't tell
by that.
anyone.
No, I didn't tell a soul. I was like, I'm not letting anyone know.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
That's gross.
You had poopy particles floating all around that ball pit.
Sure did.
That's
That's
nasty.
gross.
What do you want me to do? I was a traumatized
Tell
little.
someone.
I was a traumatized little 8-year-old.
I never really had any like weird stories when I was on this cruise, but my parents would go every year. We'd go on a big vacation with about 60 people of our all of our really close friends. Like 60 seems like a lot, but like we're all very, very close family friends with this huge group. Like they're all like school families that we'd go on the cruise with. So we went on this cruise one time, and I was the middle of the age group. So like there was a group of older kids and a group of younger kids, and there was only 2 people my age, but they were boys, and they were at the age where they like, ew, girls, we don't want to hang out with a girl.
Cutie.
So I was too old to go into the kids club, but too young to go into the teen club. So I was just like,
You're just stuck in the middle.
I was literally just chilling with the adults the whole
Of
trip.
lovers
And then
friends.
I'd make my way. I'd go to the what's it called? I'd go to the
club.
No, I'd go to the free cafeteria because there was like a free cafeteria where you could just get whatever you wanted, and I'd just like eat brownies and just be like, this fucking sucks.
Aw.
Like by myself the whole cruise.
Well, hopefully this cruise is better.
Yeah, I'm sure this is. But also we didn't get off on that cruise.
You were just on the boat the entire time?
Yeah, it was only like 4 days.
I thought,
5 days.
okay. That makes sense. I was like, I thought the whole point of the cruise is that you go somewhere and then you get off and you do fun
I
adventures
think we might have
there.
stopped off like once. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, we did get off because I got lost. That's when I got lost on the in the sex alley.
What?
Oh,
Oh, wait. Is that in China or where was that?
it
Wait,
was in fuck, where was that?
Japan?
No,
Korea?
I think it was in Kuala Lumpur.
Where?
It was.
Where is
It's
that?
Bangkok. I know the thing is called Bangkok Way.
That's south of Thailand.
Yeah, I've been to Thailand a lot. Anyway, have I not told the story on?
I see. That's the thing with our
Yeah.
podcast is
All
that
right,
I
well-
don't know where our life
I'll tell it
stories
again.
begin
or whether
end.
it was a podcast
Yeah.
story. I know I'm sure I've told this story before, but let me just reiterate it. So we get off the boat and it's like the guys I think are going to like a bar or whatever. They're just hanging out, and then the women go to like the in a lot of Asian countries there are what are they called? In a lot of Asian countries there are like little fake marts, like stores front where you can buy like fake Nikes or fake Louis stuff, like a bunch of the fake designer stuff if you wanted to. So we decided to go like strut down there because I was like, I want a new pair of Nikes, Mom. And I ended up buying a neon orange pair of Free Runners.
I like the way you said that. So we went to go strut down there.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I've never said that in my life. Anyway, so we went down there and then we found this really nice mall. Went into the mall and it was a place called Supre. I remember this so vividly. A place called Supre, pink logo. I was so caught up looking at the jewelry in this place, and it was a ring, but it was a watch.
What?
It was
Like
the ring was a watch face.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
I know. I was like,
Wait, was it like a working watch or
yeah,
just like?
it was worked. It was a ring though. It was about
That's sick.
it was about this big, but it was a ring. And I was like, oh, that's so sick. So I was looking at it, just fiddling with the stuff like in the store. I was like 11 at the time, 12, whatever, how old I was. And then I look up from the store and I go, where the fuck is everyone? No one's here. Literally no one's here. I'm like, okay, maybe they've just wandered off into a different part of the store. I look around. No one's there. Keep in mind, I'm 11 or 12 years old in a foreign country where no one speaks the language. And like, it's starting to get a little bit darker at night. Like, and at nighttime is when you got to get the fuck out of this area because it's where a lot of sex trafficking happens. And all the stores close off the back of their stores and they open up the front of their stores and they're bars. A lot of them are bars with like strippers and prostitutes. Like,
whoa, it's like it's a Asian red light district.
100%. That's exactly what it is. Like it switches. Like in a matter of an hour, this place turns into not some place an 11-year-old should be in on her own. Whatever. So I'm looking around and then I'm like, okay, they're not in the store. I also don't have a working phone.
Of course not, because I'm
in a
11.
I'm
12.
11 in an international country.
Yeah.
I walk out. They're not even in this mall, Jared. I walk up and down. Then I start to panic. I also have anxiety. So I'm like, start crying my eyes out. All these people start walking up to me because I'm this little 11-year-old, like by herself. And I just like, everyone keeps coming up to me and these like guys keep walking up to me. And I think they were trying to help, but also I'm 11. I don't want to talk to random guys. So I go, I'm okay. I go to, I think 12 or 13 stores going, can I borrow someone's phone? Like I need a phone. And they're like, I'm like, fuck, I need someone's phone. And I sat there, started crying and I just sat outside the front of the store hoping that they would fucking come back to retrace their steps.
Yeah, thinking, they misplaced their daughter.
I sat there for 45 minutes waiting. My mom had people, she started asking storefront owners and she was showing pictures and they were like they start when the store.
Have you seen this little white girl?
Literally. When the store owner started to panic was when she started to panic. They were like, oh no, because girls like my age get swooped up on the street and you don't even notice. And then they get sent into sex trafficking. And so my mom thought that had happened. They had shown the police. The police now got involved at this point. Police were going around looking for me. And I'm like, a little girl. And they're like, they start panicking and they go, oh no. So there's at this point, everyone starts calling the dads and the boys and they're like, you need to come down here. Indiana's missing. And they're like, so they all come down. There's about 60 people, including police officers, looking for me at this point. And I'm
all of a sudden it just turns into an episode of 24.
I'm literally sitting outside of the store like this.
Oh, that's the saddest sight.
Just crying. And then finally, they're like, okay, you guys go this way. The group split up. You guys go this way. So the older kids decided to retrace their steps and come back all the way back to the store. And they'd already been walking for 25 minutes at this point. So they're a ways away. They walk all the way back and they finally walk in and I see them and I just start losing my mind. I'm like, oh my God. I'm crying. They're like, it's okay. I was I didn't have fun. And I'm crying. My mom sees me. It's like a reunion. She comes. She goes, leave me again. She's like, pay more attention. I'm like, Julie, I was just lost for 45 minutes. And the first thing you do is scream at me. Figure out your priorities, woman. Jesus. Anyway, so that was my traumatic story. I was handcuffed to my mom for the rest of that trip and for the next 4 trips we went on. I could not go anywhere by myself. We were handcuffed to the wrist. She literally would just hold on to my wrist the entire day.
I'm surprised they didn't put you on one of those child leashes.
That was not my fault. Frankly, it's my mother's fault for not keeping track of her own child. I was just chilling, looking at jewelry pieces in my own little world. And and mind you, I was in the front of the store too. It wasn't like I was in a back corner of a store. I was at the front of the store and I looked up and they had left. So you just walked out without your child.
We also did discuss today how when you check out, you check out.
Oh,
so
I fully check out.
You are in your own. If you just said you were in your own little world,
you have.
Yeah, when I say that, I'm when I check out, I'm like, bye.
It's incredible.
You could say anything. I could throw a pencil at her and she's going, what?
Literally, they tested it today.
Yeah, you could have like a full conversation with her. Like she was driving, and like literally Riley was just like, "Oh, blah 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 blah," and Indy's just like, "What?" You know,
No,
just
really
like,
happens. We were
so
looking
often.
for parking because you guys wanted ice cream, so I was just driving looking for parking, and I was in my own world looking for parking.
And we're like, there's
And
parking,
I
parking,
drove-
parking.
yeah, because I was
Drove
like,
straight
"There's a
past
spot,
it.
there's a spot, there's a spot, there's a spot." Oh, never mind. And then we
drive like 3
then
blocks
like
away.
yeah, then like 30 seconds later, you're just like, "Man, there's no parking on the street." I was like, "Are you kidding
Like,
me?"
we passed one around the corner, and you're like, we did? Why didn't no one say anything? We're
That
like, we
was the
said
part.
parking. Okay. And then you're like, oh, I didn't hear that.
So where were you guys this weekend though? Speaking
Miami.
of trips,
Miami, baby. We had a ball.
We had a great time.
It was so fun. We flew in on the
so why'd you guys go to Miami?
Miami Swim Week. We had a bunch of our friends walking. Mads, your sister, was walking. Hunter,
For Boohoo.
Hunter, which is
There
like
you
my
go.
mom's literal other son, was walking. And then Hootie, which is like one of our best friends, he was
Yes.
walking too. And we had some other people like
We
Tessa
had-
Brooks that we knew.
Suede. There was a bunch of people that we knew walking, but it was like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I was there to watch my sister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course
of
you were.
course.
Of course you were.
I was
Yeah.
there to watch my sister more than anyone. So like,
Yeah, I
But
honestly was there.
I had a great time like watching like Hunter and Hootie and all them walk too. Like
but of
that was
course
a
you were
lot
there
of
to
fun.
see your
But
sister.
my main focus was to watch Mads, and I literally couldn't be prouder to watch Mads.
It was
Madison
so-
walk.
it was so-
sick. It was so sick.
So sick because she like doesn't really do things like that ever.
I was
Like,
She
gonna
has
say,
really
was
bad
that-
anxiety,
Was that her first like
Yeah.
fashion walk?
and she
That's
has
exciting.
really bad anxiety too. So like the whole time I'm like, she's gonna be freaking.
which
out.
I'm not sure
She's
the
gonna be
internet knows a whole
freaking
lot
out.
about.
I really don't think they do. Madison has always had really bad anxiety. Like
Can't fly on planes.
always had.
She's actually
really
gotten
bad
real.
anxiety.
She's gotten a lot better with planes.
because she's happy.
That
She's happy right now.
helps,
She's
you know.
happy right now. So her anxiety calms itself. When shit starts hitting the fan, her anxiety is really bad.
Yeah, I mean that's mine
But,
too. I think that's
yeah.
everyone's. I mean,
Yeah.
anxiety is never. I mean, anxiety is like a 100% like disorder, but it becomes a whole lot worse depending on the situation you're in. Like last year, mine was out of control. Like my anxiety, I could barely leave the house. I was so freaked out. Regardless, though,
We go
She
to
did
watch her.
amazing.
She did a great job.
Um,
I could see that she was freaked out in the beginning, and I knew she was going to be. And I was like, once she steps out, she'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
She just needs to get to that point.
she was so confident.
And I saw her in the back, like I was watching her, and she was just going like this.
that
And I was
reminds me
like,
of,
like, that's it, baby. Calm yourself down. You
got this.
You're fine.
And then she stepped out, and we were like, "Woo!"
We're so obnoxious. We
I
were
was
so
screaming.
obnoxious. It was so great.
And then I was really excited because I got to go see Hunter walk and Hootie, which are like two of my closest friends. Like Hunter is literally like my mom's child. Like they are blood related at this point. Like she was crying her eyes out watching him walk and Matt's walk. She was like,
We're the closest with Hootie, Hunter, and Matt.
yeah, literally, they're like some of our closest
So
friends.
we were
here.
very excited.
So excited. Like I literally
That was
gonna-
the best
I was
day.
literally gonna cry seeing them
Yeah,
all walk.
that
Like,
was the best day.
And honestly, I was a little sad that we decided to not walk for a second
Yeah.
there. I was like, oh, we should have walked. That would have been fun because they
also,
asked. But
I
then I
was
was like,
very
you know what?
relieved.
I was like, you know
No
what?
way.
Actually, this was really cool that we just got to be here and like support our friends and like sit here and just like really just support them in what they're doing right now. So that was amazing. But we had such a great time.
We had some weird experiences. Even the night of the show itself, like it just random stuff. We were just like, oh my goodness. Like, what is happening right now? Where are we? Look at our job. This is great.
Yeah,
We're
I
having
kept
so much fun.
saying that. I'm like, what is this
Like,
job that we have?
we
We get to be
work
flown
here. This is our work.
we get to be flown to Miami, staying in the nicest resorts with the
It was
beautiful
so
pools.
nice.
The pool was heated and
Nice
beautiful.
place.
Like our job was to go sit at the Versace mansion and watch our friends walk in a fashion show. Like our hot ass friends walk in a fashion show. Sick
That is
job.
our job.
Sick ass job.
Sick job.
To the left of me was Sweetie, and to the right of me was
There was this really great couple like sitting next to me. And we're
They
on
were
these
really
seats.
sweet.
They were so sweet. And me and Indy are being absolutely obnoxious for, well, not for no reason. We had a very good reason to be obnoxious, but we were insanely obnoxious,
Just
extremely loud, very overpowering.
not
on
even
everyone.
just about like who we knew, but just like about
For
everyone. They all
everyone.
look so good.
Yeah, we were absolutely obnoxious the whole show. And so like I'm sitting there next to this couple and like I felt like I was yelling and screaming in her ear. And so I looked at her and I was like, I am so sorry we're being so loud. Like, my sister just walks. So that's probably the most obnoxious I'm going to get. But, like, I'm so sorry. But, like, that's it. And she goes, oh, no worries. Like, it's so cute. Like, you, like, be obnoxious, scream, like cheer them on. Like, that's great. Like, I'm just waiting for my daughter to walk out. I'm like, oh, like, that's exciting. Like, let me know when she walks out. And she's like, I will. And that was it. So the whole show, waiting.
Yeah, we're waiting
for her to tell me who her daughter is.
And we think the show's over because Ty Dolla $ign now comes out to perform.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So then he performs, and then I was like, I can't believe I don't know who her daughter was. Like, I guess I'll just wait to see when they walk out, give her like a hug or something. Like, I don't know who this. Nikita Dragon starts walking out.
Nikita Dragon's
and she
parents.
Goes, that's my baby. Look at you. That's my daughter. And I was like, oh my God, it's Nikita Dragon's parents. I was like, dude.
And she looks so good.
And she looks so good. I was like, we was screaming again, and I was like, oh my goodness. She's like, that's my baby. And then I was like, so you were Nikita's parents. Like, just talked to you this whole time. Like, I'm like having a full conversation. Like, it was like the most insane thing, but I think it was like the cutest thing. Like, watching, like, oh, I'm just waiting for my daughter, and they walked out. She was like, that was my baby. Like, that's how I was with Mad. So, like, it was cute.
It was really, really sweet. And then we stayed for a little bit for the after party, and then Riley and I were both wearing extremely high heels, and we were starving. So then we quickly walked to a close diner place, ate some good food, and then we realized that our hotel was only 10 minutes from where we're staying, like a 10-minute walk, and we were like,
Indy gets you great idea.
I'm like, nah, I'm not paying for this Uber. I was like, I'm not. It's a straight shot. It's a straight walk.
I honestly would have paid for it. My feet were killing me. I was wearing heels that had absolutely no support. I think the arches in my feet are broken. Like, could walk just fine. Yeah.
I literally was wearing I think I was wearing like 7-inch heels too. Like hers were skinny. Hers weren't as high as mine, but they were skinny, so they're hard. But mine were so tall. Like, mine were 7-inch freaking heels. And I honestly pretty proud of myself how I didn't really trip the entire night. I tripped like twice, like in the mansion, but that was because the floor was like rocky and it was away from people. It was away from people under the little. So
it was just in front of me, so I just
it was just in front of Bryce. So I was like, fine, I can deal with that. I ate shit so bad on the way home. Like, where I was walking and face planted like down on my knees.
And of course
my face, and I was like, okay.
And of course me, feet hurting, me not wanting to walk. Look at her. Oh, you wanted to walk, did you? You wanted to walk home. You just had to walk home.
So I literally was like, F these, took my shoes off. And then we went back home, and the Sports Illustrated swimwear was going on at our hotel at the time. And we got into the elevator with David Dobrik,
Jason Nash.
What the fuck? This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Yeah, we didn't take
Natalie's boyfriend?
Todd?
Yeah. We're all in the same thing as them.
We saw Natalie and Todd in the
foyer a couple times.
But what the hell?
Later, I would have said hi because he's DM'd me a couple times. I would have said hi, but I didn't see him in the elevator until we left because he was in the corner, and I was like, now it's weird. Bye.
But so we saw them. It was this whole thing. So
it was fun. And then
it was a lot of fun.
They went back to our rooms.
I have giant blisters on the bottom, on the sides, on my toe, my big toe, and it hurt so bad. And I didn't put on Band-Aids.
Went back. Riley fell asleep. I packed up. Got up in the morning. She packed up. Left. Got on a flight this morning. Came back here.
Jerry picked us up.
Jerry picked us
up. Chilled at home for a bit. Went and got some food today. That was good. What?
Nothing. It's just like the story. The story went from we were like Boohoo swim week and then Sports Illustrated. I came home, got some food.
I took a nap on the balcony. I just laid out on my balcony and slept on the floor.
And why was that?
Yeah, Jerry helped set some stuff up in our apartment.
Because I went full handyman while they were gone, like the good friend that I am.
He's like the water filter. He's like the man of the house for us because we don't have one. So he built our dining chairs that got delivered. He changed our water filter in our fridge. He
put grass out on the balcony.
Yeah, I went to Home Depot, got like turf, and cut it for their balcony, and so now it's all nice and pretty.
Now it's homey.
Guys,
our apartment's finally coming together.
I'm very excited. We're conflicted on doing an apartment tour or not. So let us know in the comments if you guys want to see an apartment tour from us. We
figured out a way in which we'd want to do it. So if you guys really want to see an apartment tour, we
let us figure out a way. But also, it's also a safety thing for us. We don't know if we necessarily want to put the place we live.
It's a privacy safety thing, and so we just have to figure out a way. So it might not be in the way you guys necessarily would want it, but you still would get to see the setup a little bit.
Yeah. So there's that.
Speaking of like making upgrades to places, we're coming ever so close to upgrading
showing the new
our podcast.
Nobody
set.
has seen what is going on
Behind the
right
scenes.
to the sides and behind of these cameras. Like you guys
don't.
Jared
know.
has been working so hard on this set. Like this all looks the same, but you guys are not seeing to the right of me and in front of me. Like all this is completely been changed.
Different.
And we're really, really, really excited to do a reveal sooner or later and then show you guys the new set. It looks incredible.
That's what's sitting in front of the bear this week.
Just a little taste.
This is a little taste. We got new cameras, new lenses, the whole podcast. Now their side is going to be pretty much the same, but we might change some of the
decor up here.
Yeah, we're going to change some of the decor, but I'd say probably the next week after this comes out, we're looking at a new podcast set. So
which is like, by the way, insane that we're doing that because this was just like a little podcast that we like did with like, some cameras.
Yeah.
And we're just like,
when we eventually like when we reveal the new set, I'm gonna do like a little before and after because I found pictures from when Riley was on for the first time, and this was like we still had 5 roommates at the time.
Shit. Did you guys still have the desks there?
Yeah, so like we still had like we had the diner
and the
wall.
setup's crooked too, like you can see all down there in the hallway.
Yeah, exactly. And so like we still had the diner wall, but we had 5 roommates, and so like we had to keep it as a living room.
The first
3.
one. I was on like early.
Yeah,
it was in week 3.
You were the first guest, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. So we had to keep it as a living room. But now since it's just Zach and I, it's this is all our own space. So we really hope you like it. I'm very excited for it.
Very nice. Very exciting.
I'm so proud of like what you've done in here, especially like this whole rig up there. It's crazy.
Insane.
But yeah, that'll be super good.
Real quick, now that I had to restart my camera. Sorry. No more of that.
No
more
having to get up every 2 seconds.
Yeah, to fix the cameras. But that we will be doing like a little podcast studio tour because I know a lot of you have been asking for. Yeah,
they've been really wanting it, so we got to make sure this place looks good.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna look.
Because do they know that it's in your apartment?
That's the thing.
I don't know if people know that we're in your living room right now.
We say that all the time, but I think that's just a factoid that like people miss, because then it's like, we have guests come over, we have, people like that comment, they're like, wait, it's week 56 and they're like, wait, it's in their living room, kind of thing. So, but yeah, so that's coming soon.
That'd be exciting. Jared and
we're going to San Diego.
To
crash Zach's
family vacay. We did it last year. It's ritual. We're gonna do it this year. It started 2 days ago. The 10th?
No, yesterday.
Yeah, today.
Did you drive up yesterday?
Yesterday's the 10th. Yeah.
Today's the 11th.
Oh, I thought it was the 12th. Tomorrow's the 12th.
Tomorrow's the 12th.
So yesterday it started. So we missed the first 2 days, but which will be good. He gets to spend time with his family till we crash it.
Exactly, till we come.
We
in
crashed it last year.
As hell.
We crashed it last year. 2 days late too, as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Because we.
Do you want to know how much? You know how much our hotel room was then?
How much?
Like $700.
What?
It's almost double. It's more than double this year.
How is it that much cheaper?
Nobody was because it was prime COVID.
Oh yeah.
Nobody was traveling then.
That makes a lot of sense.
And like, if anyone was traveling, like it was not to San Diego.
Yeah, no one's going to the beach. Oh man, I wonder what it's gonna be like this year. Like it's gonna be fucking packed.
Because COVID restrictions will lift. The things that let's talk about it. Things that I'm scared about. Last year, not to like be like, but like last year, I only had like what, 1 million or 2 million on TikTok when I went. Not even.
Probably 2.
Maybe,
no.
No, it was 1 million or something. It was 1 million. It was 1 point something.
Yeah.
I had not hit 2 million when I got there, and like I was stopped every 3 seconds.
Oh my God. You couldn't walk
I could
more
not
than
walk
20 yards.
I could not walk more than 20 yards. Mind you, I really like it. Like I really enjoy it.
Of course.
And that's not me complaining. I really, really enjoy it. But I think something that people don't realize about me, you two obviously know it very well. I have severe social anxiety. severe social anxiety to the point where like I'm grabbing either Riley or Jared or Zach and squeezing them so tight because I'm panicking being in public. I don't know why. I think it's just because I've been in front of the camera since I was so young. I always think that like somebody's gonna like take a video of me doing something and post it out of context, if that makes sense, like, and make me look bad and ruin my career. I don't know why.
That's so easy.
Yeah,
to
it's
do,
so easy
you
to
know?
just like take something out of context and just post it and just be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like something as simple as like, you know, like you shoot like a piece of paper like into a trash can
and it misses, and then people
they
like
just cut it, and then they're like
Indy's littering.
exactly, and then you get
Fuck
canceled
me.
for like
well, no, but
you know,
that also
global
leads
warming.
up to like we do never care for you guys to like come up and say hi. Like
Recently,
please,
people have been
like,
so scared to walk up to us. I'm like, come up,
like please
we don't
come
bite.
up and say hi to us.
But
Like,
also,
we enjoy
disclaimer. I'm going to put a disclaimer. We much prefer you walking up to us and asking for a photo
that.
than you
secretly
sneakily taking
trying to
photos.
take a picture. That's what I was
Oh
saying, because
my
that was like
God.
that's how it can be out of context, because we're not prepared and we're just kind of doing our own thing, and that's how if you like catch a picture that
But
might
also,
be put out
like,
of
but also,
context,
like, it's kind of it's a
invasion
it's a little
of privacy
creepy.
a little
Imagine
bit.
Yeah,
if we
it's-
were like sneakily
like-
taking photos. Like a mom today at the bagel place we were at the airport. She didn't know who we are, but these two little girls came up and asked for a photo. And she wasn't with them. Like, she was just a lady there. She was pulling the whole slick this. She was going like this.
Yeah, like we notice, we see
know.
when you guys do this.
We've been doing this for 4 years. We know
Yeah.
when people are sneakily taking photos
so it's
of
like
you.
we much
So
prefer,
come and ask.
like
Like,
please
come
and ask
because
us. We do
also-
enjoy it.
Yeah, it makes
we
our
do
day.
enjoy when you guys
Yeah.
come up and say hi. We love meeting you guys. We love taking pictures with you guys. So like, please just come up and ask. It makes it a lot less awkward. Like
For
we
sure.
see you guys. We do see, like, when you guys are secretly taking pictures.
You're not sneaky.
You're not. We see you guys take the pictures.
Well, it's like I've only known you guys for a year, and I'll see it, and I'll turn you guys around and just be like, hey, heads up, like 40 yards that way, someone's taking it, like they're like pulling out their cameras right now, just like.
I mean, you get
make
used to
guys
it being
aware.
around us. Like, people
Oh
are
yeah,
going
100%.
to. But anyway, this year,
I mean, Disney was insane.
Yeah,
like
there's a lot
just
of
the
people.
amount of people that came up.
this year, I'm going to San Diego with 4.5 million on TikTok, and Zach's has not doubled, but like his growth on TikTok has tripled, and we're together.
Yeah.
Like, that's how people really recognize us, is because we're together, and like they're like, oh, they used to do the skits, or oh, they do the car rides videos, or oh, they do the people looking through our stats. Like, people know us from those videos now. So I'm really
And it's also just kind of like jarring for Zach's family, because like we're used to it, or like, you know, being around you
I
guys.
even think Zach's family's even used to it with me now.
Yeah. 'Cause
Like Dura Ann, Zach's grandma, we went into a store. I went shopping with Zach's grandma one time, and it was literally just us two. We went into a store together, and these little girls like asked me for a photo, and like I was taking a bunch of photos with a bunch of people in the store. I think it was just like chance that like it was like a teen store or something. It was like Brandy Melville.
Yeah.
So they're coming up and asking a bunch of photos, right? And we walk out, she goes, and now that's how you do business, baby. She walks out. I was like, I love you, Dura Ann. But like, they're very used to it. Like, I think Zach's family's super used to it with me now, just because, I mean, that's all they've known me as, is that.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be interesting for Zach's family.
Oh, definitely.
Anyway, guys, we understand that this joke, we understand that this podcast wasn't filled with the little out-of-pocket comments, the Zachary
That is
Justice.
Zach's job. I'm so sorry I couldn't feel that.
But we hope you enjoyed just our little catch-up on Disney, Miami, and
Couple other
little fun things. So
I'll throw in a quote that I found when I was pulling out-of-pocket jokes for the 1 year anniversary. So we do have one from Zach. It's on his shit Zach says list, and it was a TikTok that he recently put up, and it says, "Do you think your coochie would vote the same way as you?"
do you guys think that? Wait, Zach wants to say hello and goodbye before. You want to say hi?
Sure.
Hey, Zachary.
Hey!
All right, now say bye, because it's the end of the
Is my
podcast.
dad there, Jared, or no?
No.
Baby Blue
I,
Eyes was here. You missed it.
What?
Baby
Oh, he
Blue Eyes
there?
was here. No, I'm just fucking with you. He's not here.
Oh, I thought it. Oh, Riley, you always get me. Hey
All right.
guys, Zach Justice here.
Ask them
Um,
to DM you something.
please DM me how much you missed me on the podcast and why the rest of these people aren't as good as me.
All right,
I
guys.
feel like that's going to be hurtful.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this week for another episode of Dropouts. I'm Indiana. That's Riley Lewis. That's Jared Brown Music. Make sure to follow us on Dropouts at Dropouts Pod on Insta. And we will see you guys next week for another podcast. Bye. Say bye. Say bye.
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 We out.